So, as the Denver Nuggets pulled up to Miami, prepared for battle, the Miami Heat had it on their minds to finally end this 9-game win streak the Nuggets have over their head, dating all the way back to the 2020 NBA Finals. Jimmy Butler returned from his suspension with the Heat amidst all the turmoil. Jamal Murray has finally found his footing, while Jokic and Westbrook have formed a pretty unstoppable backcourt, so to say the least, this was set to be a good game. But the Nuggets had other plans in mind. Denver wasted no time setting the tone in the first quarter as their offense was clicking on all cylinders. They were able to find guys for open early shots, and when you see Russell Westbrook and Nikola Jokic on the break, you already know their connection is unmatched, so here comes the easy fast break bucket, which could have been an and one. Westbrook's rare energy and court vision were on full display early, as here you're going to see him make it hard for Hero to catch the ball in the cut, resulting in a turnover, and then when coming back the other way, instead of rushing to the rim off this screen like he usually would, Westbrook comes off of it with a certain pace that allows Brown to cut back door on his defender who's ball watching and doubling Russ. So with the slick dime, here we go with the slam.
Sets up Brown for the baseline slam.
The connection Westbrook has with this team is ridiculous, as he's just the perfect glue guy. So when Jokic gets a hold of the offensive rebound, not only was Russ able to set up his teammates like we talked about, Jokic is now able to set him up, and now Westbrook has a wide open money ball. This early impact of Westbrook doesn't just stop there, as his relentless aggression put Miami's defense on its heels. With the Nuggets up 17-8, Westbrook faced a potential double when pushing up the floor. By retreating out, this allows the double to release, gives himself a head of steam to attack the basket, and once again, it's another bucket that puts the Nuggets up 11. Denver's offense flows seamlessly, as their early 11-point lead was a testament to their execution and unselfishness. And not only did Westbrook have an early impact, as Jamal Murray and Nikola Jokic had their fingerprints all over this opening quarter. In one possession, Murray initiated a pick and roll with Jokic, and with Bam not wanting to give up an easy layup, he stunts at Murray for a moment, but it's this fake that Murray uses that throws Bam back into Jokic, and that now allows Murray to lay it in with the left hand. Shortly after this, Jokic then took matters into his own hands, as his patience in the post grants him the ability to choose to do whatever he wants. So although he could have tried to hit Russ on the cut, he stays calm, waiting for the right time to make his move, and once he does, it ends in an easy hook over the top. Not too much later, Jokic finds himself again in the post against Bam, and right here is where it's key that you have many different things you can serve the defense. Because with that last play being more patient before operating, this time Jokic immediately spins off Bam, and now it's an easy breezy 2 points. This opening quarter set the tone to how the Nuggets would control the game, and with a beautiful no-look pass from Jokic to put the cherry on top, you would think the Nuggets were blowing out the Heat, but they weren't. Miami kept fighting back. By the end of this quarter, Denver had 30 points opposed to the Heat's 24, and with Miami struggling to find any real rhythm, they had to get these grit and grind buckets to really keep the team alive. Tyler Hero is the one that set the tone for Miami, coming out aggressive from the start, and he even drained a deep three over Westbrook to get the crowd a little into it. But this wasn't the only reason they stayed close. Other guys on this team, including Jimmy Butler, were able to find small holes in the defense to be able to see the ball go through the basket, but when you watch this game, you can see that Denver was making things look easy and effortless, while the Heat were exhausting a ton of energy and not capitalizing on all the open looks they had. When going into the second quarter, it was pretty much the same seamless synergy we seen from Denver in the first, as they came right out the gates with a 3-ball from Julian Strawther, who got open on this left side due to Jovic falling asleep, and now the lead is even more extended. As you can see, Aaron Gordon was the one that set that play up, and he truly came in making an instant impact with his versatility. When it was his turn to score, Gordon backed down Jovic methodically, and once turning around for the jumper, he stays locked in on the target and banks this off the glass while getting fouled. With the free throw made, the Nuggets extend their lead to double digits, and trust me, Gordon wasn't done. This time when he has the rock, he gets a screen from Strawther, which Miami's defense fell into confusion with, and look right here, I understand that Gordon isn't a 3-point shooter, but you give him all this space, so rising up over the top becomes a warm-up J. This immediate impact from Gordon continued as he went to his bread and butter, which is called the dunker spot right here, and all it takes is for Murray to realize he's open to get it there, and with power and elusiveness, Gordon leaps into the paint to get into position, and then maneuvers his body around the contest to still complete the layup. Denver's relentless ball movement kept Miami on their heels, because with many threats to score, you must get out here on MPJ, as his 3-point shooting is a major threat. But look what you leave open, Christian Braun in the corner. Now some might say, well, MPJ is more important to cover than Brown. And hey, hold on, you would be correct. But when you give Brown the opportunity to push the lane with no one directly in front of him, well, here's where you give up that baseline express. This offense from the Nuggets was fast, on pace, and on time, and you can perfectly see that as Jokic grabs this rebound, and the first thing he does is what? He looks up the floor to see who he can get it to, and here's where he spots Westbrook. Now with Russ pushing up the floor, it's his turn to see what he can set up. He does have MPJ just ahead of him who has to step on Jaquez, but with Brown being the better finisher at the rim, Russ drops his bounce pass off right in stride for Brown to go lay it right in. This steamy hot offense would make his way back to their star player in Jamal Murray, who truly kept this Miami team guessing. Against Terry Rozier, Murray calmly worked out that post-up before fading back to sink the jumper, and just moments later, Jokic and Murray used the two-man game to get an open look, and thanks to Jimmy Butler going under the screen, this gave the Nuggets the exact look they wanted, and this one right here is straight cash. This oozing confidence and cohesion flowed through this team, as here you get to see Nikola catch the lob over the top when Jimmy is fronting him, and at this point, there's a couple options. Jokic could decide to go over the top as he has a smaller defender on him. He could also hit the cutting Russell Westbrook on the backside who was uncovered. And then if you look right here, he has Brown cutting hard to the rim as well. So when you have endless options like this, you can now pick and choose exactly how you want to pick apart the defense. Denver's fluidity gave Miami no time to rest, and Murray continued to shine by using the snake off the pick and roll with Jokic to then use this high floater off the glass to evade Bam. And this right here is just the story of the game. The Nuggets had everyone contributing as Peyton Watson was able to attack the paint with aggression before forcing Bam to help, and bada bing, here comes the behind the back feed for the finish. The end of the second quarter would end in a score of 67-55, and to be honest, the Heat just couldn't figure out a way to get ahead of this Denver squad. The third quarter would be an even matchup as both teams put up 31 points at halftime, but in the final quarter, the Nuggets went ahead and put belt to behind by outscoring the Heat 35-27. Now when you look at this Nuggets team, a lot of people wrote them off and said the championship run was a one-time thing and blah blah blah. But me, I really don't agree with that. I think people are starting to wake up and realize just how good this team is. Currently they sit at 4th in the Western Conference, only 2 wins behind the second seeded Houston Rockets. And when you see that they're on a roll winning 7 out of their last 10, it should have you watching the West Side standings very tightly. If you ask me, this duo of Jokic and Russ is one of the most important things regarding this team, simply because it unlocks its entire offense. No longer does all the playmaking have to run through Jokic, as Westbrook can put pressure on the defense himself to find open guys, and now Jokic has another player around him who can cut to the basket or knock down open shots when needed, and hey, all in all, Westbrook takes the load off Jokic as he can carry the bench unit himself as well. Also, not to forget, have we all been watching the same Jamal Murray as of late? It finally looks like he's healthy, which uplifts this team a ton, because with his versatility to score from any and everywhere, this team is now more dangerous and unpredictable. If you enjoyed this video, make sure you click on this one right here and consider subscribing so you're first to know when I upload. I thank you all for your support, and I'll see you in the next video.